Yo, what's good, everybody? How we doing? How's your guys' trading day going? All right, what's up, Andrew? How are you, Andrew? If you want a little bit better viewing experience, Jay Styles. If you want a little bit better viewing experience, click on over on the other live stream going on my channel right now, the one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title, and that's where most people are hanging out at. You'll get to see my full screen and everything over there. Good afternoon, Mason, Anthony, Son of Wall Street, TradeX, Miss K, Chris, Mike Light, Nick, JP, Kelly. How we doing, guys? How's your trading day going? Ignore the close profit loss on this. That was just the test trade that I run every pre-stream to make sure everything's good to go. I usually enter it in a choppy area where I know I can get in, get out real quick. So that's why it's always around $30 or $40, targeting 2 points and in and out. This morning, I only took one trade. It was the short on the hold below the overnight lows up here, and wrote it down. I think I got trailed out at 6:30, somewhere around there, or maybe it was from over here. Maybe it was right after the open. Yeah, it was from over here. So I only took one trade, and then I went to the store and I worked out and I hit the gym and did all that kind of stuff. So my day has been kind of slow as far as my trading goes. I've only taken one trade. Hopefully you guys were able to capitalize on a lot of this downside. I've been talking about that daily or the gap fill from not this last Sunday, but the prior Sunday, that we left behind as a possible target for a few days now if we do start seeing downside. Looks like that's coming into fruition. I think we still have a little more on the Nas to fill that gap a little bit below, down into 400. So just keep that in mind as we proceed throughout the afternoon, that any pops up could run into some selling to force price down to fill those gaps. That feels to be a logical target. What's up, Haffy? How are ya? So yeah, just keep that in mind. That is a possibility. So that's kind of where I'm leaning as far as my bias goes, is to see a little bit more downside. However, I would like to see a little bit bigger pop before we start that descent down. Win West merch. As a Christmas gift, my mom had some t-shirts made up and a hat, but it wasn't like I had a bunch of them to sell. So merch, it costs quite a bit to put merch out. Like, it would have to probably be on a pre-order basis. So yeah, yeah, Red, I'm expecting a pop at some point. I would like to see that gap get filled just so we can kind of have that reset finally. Overall, the daily isn't looking, despite the downside that you're seeing right now, the daily is still looking bullish, guys. If we were to close out right here, this would still be a higher low on the daily. Granted, we have lower highs on the daily as well. So we're kind of like stuck in this range of consolidation since really, I don't know, mid-November, it's looking like. So I don't want to get married to a bearish bias yet for any like substantial moves down. However, we are tapping into that daily 50 SMA right now. We cracked through the daily 20, which for me is sitting up at 25,635 right now. So that would be, if we do get a pop, that would be my targets to any upside move. Would be up around that 630, 640 area. We got a pivot sitting here at 548, just below 550. I would expect some sort of attempt for sellers to keep it below this area. But if we do get the pop above, that would be the logical target, would be up in here somewhere. So yeah, that's my analysis for the afternoon. We'll see what plays out. I'm not sure. Because we're down so far on the session, I might trade micros this afternoon just to limit the damage. I've already had a $1,000 day locked in. Can I just take a trade right now so you can get some dough with me? Nope. Nope. That's not what I'm going to do. It's not what I'm going to do. I'm past the point in my streaming journey where I feel pressure to take trades based on what the chat is asking or saying. I know, Mason. I know you are. I know you are. Dog, I have 11 fundeds going right now. They all move really slow, though. Because I trade them individually. I don't copy trade them. So they all move really, really slow. There's the next. I don't have a Lambo. You guys know what I drive. I've said it a lot. A car wouldn't be... a car wouldn't be my... wouldn't be my first purchase. I don't think. I think my first purchase would be some property, probably. Nims. What's up, Nims? Haven't talked to you in a little while, brother. We gotta hop on a call soon. Mason doesn't have a Lambo. Yeah, I don't have a Lambo. Guys, I drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Andrew. Nope, no Dodge Challenger either. No Dodge Challenger either. Red, by the way, if you're still here, very proud of you, brother. Obviously, I'm not going to air on a live stream your any kind of personal things going on, but I'm proud of you, brother. You're doing it the right way. And I told you it happens faster than you think. Faster than you think. I think a lot of people just they get on the internet and they see all these influencers posting massive numbers. And that's just not the reality when you're starting out. It's just not. We all get misled and get lost in those numbers. So, I'm very, very proud of you, Red. Extremely proud. That's why I think it's better to not be so hyper-focused on the P&L line all the time, right? It's more about the process. It's why you don't see me flashing my payouts or anything like that a whole lot. You won't see me bragging about account balances. I'm just, I think it's a detriment to beginning traders to see all that. Psychologically, it flips this switch where like you feel like you should be making that, and that's just not the reality of the situation. All right. I'm not doing this to, I'm not doing this for my own clout, right? Or to pound my chest out and say I make more than everybody else. Because the fact of the matter is there's better traders out there than me, right? People make more money than me. And even if I was having $1 million years, I still wouldn't put it out there on the internet. It just, that's personal stuff. That's personal finances. Names, yeah, while flexing my $35. No, and eventually the channel continues to grow and stuff like that. I'm going to get trolled for it. I already anticipate that. You know, there's going to be people that come in and say, oh, you're lying. Why should we listen to you? And don't listen to me. I'm perfectly fine with people tuning me out. perfectly fine with it. You know, trading is a personal journey that everybody goes on, and everybody goes at different speeds. We learn at different speeds. Yeah, the $35. Neems, I already get trolled by you. Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna get those in here, right? We're gonna get the trolls. It's gonna happen. That's part of the niche that we're in. This trading niche is all about who's PP size comparisons, right? That's why I stay off of X. I'm just not interested in it. Not interested in the drama. Nims, it's been slow. So we get, I don't know, like 1/3 the amount of views as we do during the Asia session streams. We might have to pivot back for a little while or do double sessions for a little while. Yeah, Captain Silver has, like, silver is the new, everybody's trading silver all of a sudden. What's up, Rivera? Trading today, I've only taken one real trade, right? The $35 that you see is just a flip, just a tester. Prior to going live to make sure everything was good to go. I'm up $1,085 really. One trade. I was short from like 690 up here. Wrote it down. I got trailed out on this green candle right here, and then I was done for the day. So I caught 50 points, 50 plus points, and then exited the building. And then I went and worked out, went to the store, did all that stuff. So this is the first time that I've gotten back to the charts. Yeah, Rivera. I learned a long time ago that, you know, if you get a really good trade on your first trade, there's no reason to push it. I mean, that's another thing that the internet does is, like, you see these guys putting up 20K, 30K days, and you're trying to chase these huge numbers that are just not realistic, right? Like, they're just not realistic for the majority. You're talking about the 0.005 percentile of traders out there that put up those kind of numbers. $1,000 day is a great day. Shoot, a $200 day is a great day. And especially when it happens in 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? $1,000 in 10 minutes? There's zero reason to push it. Absolutely no reason to push it. So if I have a good trade right off the bat, that's generally it for me. That's why you see me take one trade a day or two trades a day or three trades a day. Mason, your 250K days. Well, it's just psychologically something flips inside you. I mean, I don't know. It happened to me when I was starting out and trying to learn. I'm like, oh, sweet. I can copy trade 20 accounts and make, you know, catch 10 points. And I can catch 10 points. And across 20 accounts, that's $4,000. And then you go chasing those moves. And what inevitably happens is you start clicking buttons, right? You start clicking buttons where you know you shouldn't, trying to make back losses. It happens to all. It happens to all of us. So I've learned to not take a trade from the same price twice. And if I have a really nice trade, I'm done for the day. There will be more opportunities, guys. The market's always going to be moving. What's up, Tway? So Tway, we're trying to switch to more regular trading hour streams just so, like, I have a little better chance of catching a trade. During Asia, like, it seemed like when I was going live, the price was just dying too much. So we were going far too many streams without any trades. I mean, granted, I was still giving my analysis and everything, but there wasn't a whole lot of action, you know, and I want to be able to show you guys live trades rather than just talk about it, you know. That's more than you making an 8-hour day slaving at work. Yeah, Rivera. What's up, Bobby? Yeah, the sweet spot for me, Bobby, is like 3 to 5 trades a day. If I'm taking any more than 5 trades in the day, I know I'm over trading. Whatever the P&L line ends up being at the end of the day, right? Usually if I've executed more than 5 trades, I know I've overtraded. Even if I'm massively in profit and I've executed more than that, I'm overtrading. There's generally not a whole lot more than, to me, for my strategy, more than that, you know. There's just not that much opportunity. And I know that if I start clicking buttons in the middle of all this as well, I know I'm overtrading. I'm looking for too much, right? Like, oh, I can get 10 points here, 10 points there. Yeah, Teddy, like, I would say if you guys have a strategy that's more built around, you know, those small scalps, the copy trading thing could work out for you. And that's kind of how you balance it, right? Like, generally my trades, I'm targeting 50 to 100 points, you know, on the NAS. So sometimes more than that. And the way I trade isn't for everyone. It might not be active enough. You might get too bored, you know, because it is boring. Yeah, that's true, Captain. I mean, the math is always there. Yeah, I don't, like, if you're doing the 50Ks, I would say, like, obviously a mini is way over leveraged. For $2,000 of drawdown, one mini contract is just, you're way over leveraged. Like, you have to be so precise on your entries in order to get through those and not blow them on a mini. That's just the reality of the situation. You got to be extremely, extremely accurate. I would say on a 50K account, you know, 2 to 3 micros starting out until you build up that buffer on a prop account is fine, right? And then every $1,000 of profit, you add a micro. You start sizing up and scaling up the right way rather than trying to rush the process. You know, you're trying to get past that buffer that they put on everything as quickly as possible. But there's nothing wrong with taking things slow. And I think a lot of people think it's just going to take forever, but it happens so much faster than you guys think. Happens so much faster. And as long as you keep your risk in check, there's zero reason. As long as you've got a 60% win rate or anything over 50% win rate, right? You can still be highly profitable, even with the smallest, even those 1-to-1 strategies, right? Yeah, this gap fills just below this support level that I have marked out here. I kind of want to see this get traded. If not, if we keep grinding back up into this level, I'll start looking for sellers to step in up here. And then that's probably when I'll look to get short and target target below 400 probably, or target 400 is what I would say, somewhere around in here. Yeah, Captain, it's just the thing, the metals, it started with gold, right? But the metals are the new trendy thing for everybody to trade. So obviously there's going to be more volume on it now. You know, every so often there becomes this one new symbol, this one new ticker that just the masses all start trading, and it happens to be the metals right now. And there's a lot of money being made over there, but there's also a lot of money being lost over there right now, too. In fact, what is gold doing right now? Gold's kind of ripping. So it's looking like gold's probably going to start climbing its way up to that 5,000. Silver, where's silver right now? Silver looks like it wants that $100 at some point. That's crazy. Can you imagine? I mean, it's $91 an ounce right now. Are you kidding me? Gold is $4,634 an ounce right now. That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You didn't even believe it over 90? Yeah, I didn't believe it. It's crazy. Yeah, Joe, I mean, any of you guys have like gold chains or gold jewelry or silver jewelry right now? I mean, the value on those items is just crazy. It has gone up so much. You're pounding the table when gold was at 1,800. That's when you learn no one listens. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we're starting to tick up. Yeah, Trade Ranger, like we need something like out of this is what we need. I mean, I realize it's a pretty wide range, but the slides both ways. Yeah, Red. They're going to try. They're going to try to defend this whole area right here. We got some blocks up to the top side now. There's one sitting there at 525. There's one down here at 425. There's not a lot above that 525. But that doesn't mean anything, right? At this point, Most people have probably taken profits near these lows as we're approaching that gap, or at least taking a good portion of their positions off. What's up, Limitless? Going to work? Oh, and well, try to enjoy work. All right, this is the point of control right now on the current session right here at 500. So let's see if we can get something aggressive through there. Red, does it show no orders? No, there's probably orders there, right? Because especially to the down, you know, it's to the downside. So that price has been traded before. Like the only time it wouldn't show a whole lot of volume or much action in those gaps is if we were at all-time highs and we gapped up, right? Untraded price gapping up. Which I don't know that I've ever seen that. At least not in my trading journey. All right, we got about 92 people in here. Guys, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. It really does help out the channel. Like I said, the last short piece of content that we got, all your guys' comments and everything on that really pushed that thing. That's our best performing piece of content so far, was that last shorts video. So comments matter. Thumbs up matter. Reactions matter. But I appreciate you guys tuning in each and every time I go live. Means the world, man. Means the world. I never thought my channel would reach the heights that we have. I realize it's still small in the grand scheme of things, but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. We're about to go over 6.4K subscribers as well. It's like we slow grind up into that 500 and then sellers step in. And it gets heavy for a minute. And then it slow grinds back up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Paolo. Andrew, at 100K subs, we'll do a party in Florida. Wait. Oh, cheers, Zilla. I'm glad you're finding value here, and glad that your trading is turned around, or that you are finding improvement. I realize my channel in the trading space is unconventional, right? I'm kind of going against the grain as far as the direction and the way I want to show you guys what I know and how I know. It's not what you see. You know, I'm not over here breaking monitors, slamming, yelling at you. Yeah, I think they might try to make this push down at this point. We'll give a micro a shot here. We'll see if we can target like 390-ish. See if they're going to go try and fill that gap at this point. I think even if it doesn't surge down, pretty sure I'll be able to, don't do this. This is not financial advice. Pretty sure I'll be able to DCA my way out of the position. What's up, Nate? Can we at least get a cuss word or two? I'm seeing these orders down here in the mid 420s, really down all the way into 400. So we'll be patient here. And I will just put my stop above this swing high because I'm executing right at the lows, which isn't ideal. Super good. 420, my favorite number. Yeah. Come on, Naz. Run these lows. Run the lows, Naz. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking, Harrison, as well. I think this is the good push if we're going to get it. It's just happening so slow. Judo, this isn't slow. The break is happening. They're taking their time on the run of the lows. Yeah, Eddie, I know. I even have major support right there as well. I would expect it to float it. You know, the gap fill is somewhere down in here. That seems like the logical target. So we'll see what happens. Whoop. There we go. I really don't want to even see this back to my entry before we sweep down. So I should probably go break even at this point, at least protect my trade. Yeah, they're just going to hold it up, aren't they? Yeah, Judo is ES at a key level too. Yeah, ES looks like it's right around its daily 20. Just below it. Yeah, ES is definitely at a possible bounce spot. NQ sitting right at that daily 50 SMA. Right at support. I was hoping for the quick sweep down. All right, I got stopped out break even there. Reminds you of Asia. I mean, you think about it though. This 1 5-minute candle is nearly, what is that, 70 points? I mean, that's a 70.5 5-minute candle. That's pretty good movement. Got VWAP all the way up at 619. How nasty would it be? How nasty would it be if this thing turns around right here and comes back to VWAP? ES didn't break the flat bottom, Trade Ranger? Okay. Yeah, that's true. I've definitely seen nasty reversals in the market, for sure. For sure. Yep, here we go. It's kind of why I went break even there, because I knew that was a possibility coming into support. Not an A+ setup trade. Oh, let's see. If we can tap into that 460 area. I mean, we don't have any kind of delta divergence yet. Price made a new low. Delta made a new low. So there's still sellers here. So I would be guessing that a good time to short would probably be when Delta gets back up here to this red line. Chris, it just happened. I was short from mid 40s on this push down and got trailed out. Price came back and grabbed my stop. I went break even on it. Man, buyers are really trying to defend those lows. Sometimes should stop watching. Yeah, trading silver, I'm sure, is absolutely insane right now. Yeah, Eddie, that's kind of, I see you. Sorry, I'm just seeing the other chat right now. Those of you guys that are on the shorts feed, like I said, click on that other live stream on my channel, the one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. And it's a lot better viewing experience. That's where most people are hanging out at. We got about 100 people in the stream right now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said before, if you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me. Gotta work the algo. Yeah, it's kind of strange going from 300 people in the streams to having around 100 every stream. Zilla, you gonna take a long right now? I mean, like I said, there's that block up there at 525. I think it definitely could come up there. You know, sweep these highs. We swept the lows, right? Come back up, sweep the highs, and then we might get that. We might get that rollover. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm kind of hoping for this to get traded and then roll over at the, and I'll probably try the short from above 500 somewhere at this point. If everything is lining up. Like, we're coming up to the 2 o'clock hour as well. Yeah, Captain. If we're really entering a bearish period, you'll want to see continuation at Asia this evening. 100%. You're absolutely right. I remind you of a Canadian who used to follow the Grateful Dead and meditate due east. Wait, what? Why do I remind you of that, Trev? Oh, I'm Zenny? Dang, Captain. Silver's still up there? Silver's just rocket ship? More all-time highs? Oh yeah, Trev. I mean, I'm not a fighter. I avoid, well, not that I avoid confrontation, right? But I'm definitely past the age of of caring about fighting, right? No, Naz. Up here. Come on, Naz. Now I can't take the trade. I can't take this trade right here. Because this can still go up here. There's everyone there is trying to look as tough as possible. Yeah, that's just that's not important to me, you know. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know who I am, right? I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not, or be the toughest cat on earth. There's definitely people out there that are tougher than I am, right? More important things to worry about. Ooh, speaking of which, did you guys? It came across my feed this morning, and I don't want to start anything. However, did you guys see the newest viral thing going on the internet about August 12th and the Earth losing gravity for like a 7-second time period? Something about two black holes aligning just right so that the Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds. Can you imagine the chaos? August 12th of this year. August, yeah, look it up, Limitless. It's out there. It is out there. it is out there on the internet. Conspiracy theory hour. Act like whoever you want to. Joe Crypto. I'm dunking for the first time. Remind me to pull over on that day. Oh, I mean, the amount of death would be astronomical. I mean, I can tell you this much. I will definitely be in a confined area in my house at that time, without a doubt. Maybe you'll get to your goal weight on that day. Gives tree hugger new meaning. I'm dead serious, though. It's all over the internet right now. It's all over it. You can just search. Hide under the bed. But the bed's going to lift, Trade Ranger. The bed's going to... Everything that's not secured to the ground is going to rise for 7 seconds. I mean, just the economic impact of that. The markets would go haywire, right? Yeah, Red, exactly. So, and then when gravity does come back, right? Everything just comes crashing to the ground. I mean, you want to talk about some... Yeah, August 12th. Around, I think they said around like 10 a.m. Eastern. Something like that. I don't know. You'll have to look it up. They have the time slot down to the very second. So just do a little research. How crazy is that? Yeah, Red. I mean, something like that gets out. I mean, either way, it's going to cause hysteria, right? It's out there now. It's out there now. All right, we swept those highs. We're back below. Let me take a look here real quick. higher time frames to see if I can find an entry. Kind of wish it would have tagged that order that's sitting there at 525. Sounds more fun than the Y2K panic. Yeah, the Y2K panic was funny too. That was funny. Everybody thought that everything was going to end. Something to do with the computer clock. Yeah, I mean... Michael, I don't really have any preference. So, like... It's all basically giving you the same data, right? It's just a different way to view it. Right, like we have aggressive buyers coming up right here. So far, we have some defense in sellers right here around the 500 level, 500 to 520. The next time we have aggressive buying step in, if it's unable to break very far above this and we find aggressive sellers stepping in at that area, that's probably when I would try the short. But it's all showing you the same thing. Like we're at that area that's been holding down on Delta all day. But we're also at that 2 o'clock. Generally on big down days, you have 1 hour where price does reverse and likes to go back. Michael, like mine are pretty standard as far as everything's default on my DOM surface, with the exception of the amount of levels that I'm showing. Everything else is default. If you want yours looking similar to mine, I mean, you can tinker with it so that it's only showing larger orders and stuff like that. But mine is default. All right, we're at that spot now that we were prior. What I'd like to see is a wick up and then a reversal. The Mayan calendar's into that day, so they thought it would be the end. Is that what it was? Is that what Y2K was? Yeah, I just can't even imagine. I mean, think about even like the tsunamis that would be created if that's true. Like if the Earth were to lose gravity, right? Water's obviously going to float up as well, and then it's going to come crashing down. Unbelievable. You want to talk about just complete Earth-changing news? Or Earth-changing event. That would be crazy. Yeah, Trader Andrew. Yeah, it had something to do with computers not being able to something with the time, the clock on the computers at that time. Kai Garrison, you're on the shorts feed. Just to give you a heads up, if you click on the other live stream on my channel, we've got a horizontal stream going on right now too, where you'll be able to see my full screen. We're looking at MNQ right now is what's on your screen. So Nasdaq futures is what we're looking at. There you go. Yeah. Cheers, Garrison. Sorry. There's 2 chats going on right now, so I'm so hyper focused on the one where the majority of people are chatting. When I looked over, I saw your message. Oh, nice, Red. Fingers crossed they pay you. Fingers crossed they pay you. Yeah, Chris, it would be catastrophic. It would be catastrophic. I mean, if the Earth loses gravity for 7 seconds, right? Absolutely catastrophic. Six payouts without denial, Red. Oh, nice. Well, you're one of the lucky ones, my friend. You are one of the lucky ones. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm going to go on micro. I'm going to go short from 500. We're going to give it a little bit of room to breathe since it is a micro. We'll give it to above 550. And then I'm going to target that gap fill. Hopefully sellers really want that gap fill. And if they don't, then I'll take an L. Andrew. So there's no discounts on the core plans on My Funded Futures anymore. The affiliate codes on My Funded Futures do not give any like special discount other than the current promo that they're running. They eliminated that a few months back. They took that away. This is the first time that this has flipped green on the Nas all day. So we might have an hour or so of buying. I can see a retrace even back up into VWAP up here. So I should be careful. Like I said, I'm just giving this a try. Needed to get back below and back down into this range. Could be one of those power hour sell operations. All right, let's see if we can get heavy here. Really would like to see it get heavy right at 500. The longer 500 holds, the less confident I am in this position. Nihal, you think I'm off on this one? Could be. Definitely could be. We'll see. I'm an idiot, though. We'll see. It's worth a shot. I mean, this will be a near 100-point trade if it works out. So risk to reward, I'm fine with 2-to-1. It's kind of why I'm using micros too instead of minis, because that would be $1,000 loss on minis. Do I ever scalp from time to time? I try not to, Sly Lou. That's when I take my biggest losses, is generally when I'm trying to scalp out a bunch of points. Like little small moves, a lot of trades. I'm just not really that great at it. I mean, technically what I do is considered scalping anyway, right? All right, let's see if we can get those sellers coming in. Joel, Chris, what chart is this? Oh, Joel, I'll tell you what I've told everybody that comes in on the shorts or the vertical format. There's 2 live streams going on my channel right now. There's one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. Just go ahead and click on that other live stream on my channel, and you'll be able to see my full screen and everything that's going on. We're on, this is ticker symbol MNQ, so Nasdaq futures right now. Yeah, Judo, I'm kind of with you here as far as covering if the sellers fail. Trying to give it its due diligence and see if we can get that push down. Otherwise, we are probably going back to VWAP if this holds up here at 500. In fact, I really don't want to even see anything over this high right now. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce my risk. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Joel, you love scalping? Yeah, I'm not great at it, right? Like I'm more of a higher time frame support and resistance trader where I execute a lot less frequent but target bigger moves. Hold my trades longer. Do I often trade live? So my streaming schedule right now, Joel, is Sunday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Mondays and Wednesdays are 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Fridays, I do the New York Open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, I live trade 4 days a week on YouTube. But I'm not one of these guru guys that knows everything either. I'm a profitable trader, but I'm definitely not the world's greatest trader. I don't want to mislead you. I'm no furu. All right, we are definitely not getting that push down here, are we? You know, I'm not a real trader because my Lambo and Porsche aren't in the background. Yeah, I don't drive any Lambo, no Porsche, no Ferrari. It is what I do for a living, but I'm definitely not, I'm not balling out here, right? The Lambo's in the shop. Oh, crack me up. Come on, sellers. One more push down to go fill the gap. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I know, TradeX. They're really battling. They're really battling right now. I mean, I can see somebody just threw up an order there at 515. Let's see how big it is. So we got 160 sitting at 515 now. Wish it was a little more aggressive. Here we go. Run this wick. Run this wick, please. Okay, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough recovery right there. I might have to bail on this. The only horsepower West needs is some Kentucky land and a horse. Yeah, Globex girl. Cars have just never. I've never been like. I mean, I like nice cars, but it's not like one of my things that I would go out and spend a ton of money on, right? Cars is your day job. Trading is your dream job. Yeah, a lot of people they love their fast cars. Like I like to look at them and stuff like that. But for me, like cars are one of the worst investments you can make. They depreciate so much and so rapidly. You know, unless you have like a collector's item car, which you barely touch and barely drive, they're just not. They're not a good investment, not a wise investment. And let's face it, as traders, we sit in we sit in the house more than we do anything else, right? Like for how little time you actually spend in a car. Market doesn't have a very high level of shape. What's up, design? Yeah, I knew you would like today. I knew you would like today. You remind me of my friend Annan. He only shows up when the market's heading down big. He only shows up on those days. The rest of the time, he never shows up. Yeah, we might not get that sell-off till power hour, guys. It's just kind of, yeah, design. I mean, it's a decent pullback. I would like to see a much bigger pullback on the market. Like, come on back to 24K. Come on back to 22K. I want a reason to sink some money into my long term. Yeah, TradeX. It's always, this is what always happens. This is what always happens. Yeah, there's just not enough selling here. I might have to kill this. I mean, sellers aren't even pushing below 500 anymore. There we go. Come on and flush. Flush it out. We are just printing doji after doji after doji right at 500 right now. It's brutal. Why is it every time I start streaming, this is what happens? Always. And it happens for the entire stream. And then when I end the stream is finally when things move. Doesn't matter if I'm trading during, or if I'm streaming during RTH, or if I'm streaming during Asia session. The market is just going sideways. I know. It's brutal. Red, this is what happens during my streams. Like, even when I stream during Asia session, this is the exact same thing that happens. The exact same thing. What's up, Profits and Principles? They're watching. I know, every single time. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time I'm streaming. All right, if we don't just wick and pull back here, I'm probably going to kill this trade at this point. I don't want to see it go any higher, really. And there's really no selling going on either. You can kind of see Delta ticking up here too. I'm just going to take that loss on the chin. I'm going to let it go a little bit higher. Yeah, Red, like I could never even like that 8:30 to 10:30 period when I was streaming it during the evenings, it just would die. Like it would move during Pine stream from 6 to 8. I would go live at like 8:30 and the market would just go sideways and consolidate, and then you would go live right after me and the market would be moving again. Now I go live in the afternoons and it kind of goes a little bit sideways for a little while. Nice slap there. I'm not going to enter this again. You guys know my rule. Don't enter the same price twice within a given period of time. It keeps me out of chop. Gold moves around 9 to 10 p.m. Yeah, I know the metals, they like to move around a lot during Asia session. What's up, Puneet? You missed the evening sessions? We still do Sunday nights. So for all you people that tune in during the Asia session, I know there's over 300 people on average that tune into those. We're still going to do Sunday nights, and we might have to go back to doing some Asia session streams for a little while. We'll see how it plays out. We're trying to give the RTH streams their due diligence, right? And trying to be patient with them. But if the numbers obviously don't pick up on the YouTube side of things, we'll have to pivot back for the channel's sake, because YouTube really likes to box you in. But you got to be consistent as well. So we'll try it out for the month of January. If we don't see an uptick in numbers, we'll probably go back to Asia for a bit. Unfortunately, makes my days really, really long. Yeah, I can honestly see this going back even up into like 560, 570, somewhere in there. It definitely got VWAP up there at 611 currently. Oh, Red, the ICT, an ICT guy. Yeah, that whole crowd. Like if you're an ICT trader and it's working for you, for whatever reason, like they firmly believe that is the way to trade. But like, look, guys, yes, it might work, but they don't know the reason why it works, right? Like the market moves because of volume, right? Like not because there's a fair value gap there. There's a fair value gap there because that's a candle structure. That's a candle pattern, right? But why is it created is the question, right? Like that's my issue with it, is like the market moves because of volume and price, right? Like those are the two leading factors on why the market does what it does. So any concept that ignores those factors is missing a piece, in my opinion, right? And that's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs and their opinions. You start trading some silver overnight and you won't even need RTH. Silver just looks like, hey, wait for the dip and buy. Red. Yeah, look, there's people out there that have developed their own strategies using ICT concepts, and they're profitable, and that's great. They've recognized a pattern that they use his vocabulary and his dialogue to recognize that pattern, right? And that's fine. But if you're only using that and not understanding why those things are happening, you're missing a big piece of it. Trader, since I'm always of the mindset, if you can get to payout, take your payout. You know. Yeah, pay yourself back the fees that you paid to get there. That's why you got into the thing, was to make some money. What's up, Tim? But yeah, at the end of the day, candles and patterns here are just a visual representation of price, right? Like, that's all it's showing you. It's just a way to visualize what's happening within price. Some of the most successful traders that I know don't even use candlestick charts. They trade strictly from the DOM. They're trading numbers, right? Guitar guy, my DOM surface is default. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. The only difference is I'm showing 550 levels on my DOM. Everything else on Quantower on the DOM surface is default. So you don't even have to change anything. You just got to change the amount of levels that you're viewing. Yeah, Red, exactly. Exactly. And then getting a read based on it. What's the reaction at a certain price where there's a lot of volume being conducted, right? Like that's in essence what we're looking for. And then we're trying to ride the coattails of the big boys. That's what we're doing. Okay, can we get out of this little consolidation here? I want to say we still need to come down a little bit lower, right? Like, the gap fill on the NAS is down here. That's why I tried this move initially. I technically, had I left my stop alone, which I probably should have done, would still be in that trade. Red, you need me to end the stream so you can get on with the. I know it's crazy, Red, isn't it? It's crazy. Anybody who watches my streams knows that it's true. The market just chops when I go live. That's funny. I mean, look at the sell-off today. Really, since last night, to tell you the truth. I mean, the sell-off since last night. I guess this would have been the overnight. Yours always has a dark and light blue background. Oh, guitar guy. If you shoot me a DM, if you want your quant tower looking theme-wise like mine, and the way that my chart, everything looks, I customized all this stuff within Quant Tower. But I can send you my CSS file that you can put in your Quant Tower folder, and then your charts will look like mine, as far as the color scheme and everything goes. So if you want to have your charts looking like mine, just shoot me a DM on Discord, and I'll send you that file over. See, this is kind of a messy level here too. Yeah, it's just really messy. I mean, I know there's something going on here, obviously, by what's happened in the past, right? You've got a bounce here, you've got bounces here, price rejected here. So you know there's something going on there, but it's really, really messy. Got initial balance low sitting right there at 530. Overnight lows are all the way up there around 700. Got VWAP still sitting at right around that 610 area. Trader Sins, because I was actually short down into that. If you look left, right? Like, here's the reason why I'm not taking that long. If you really want to see it. Yes, I know there's support there, because when we're looking left over here, there's this little portion of the gap, and if you look at the triple Qs and the SPY, there's also a corresponding gap there on the options on those two tickers as well. I'm expecting this is going to be a target, so like this is probably going to get filled eventually to the downside. This is from the weekly open last week is when this formed. So I thought we would still see a little bit more downside, and that's why I'm staying away from playing that bounce right now. Like, if we can get the fill of that gap and a reclaim back above this level, I will take it on that go around. But until that gap gets filled, I really don't want to be taking longs right above that gap. Does that make sense? Yes, it was a great play. It was a great trade, right? Like, it played out that way. What's up, Jeff? But being that close to that gap fill, I don't know. It's not a great look, because generally gaps do get filled, right? Like, I would much rather see something like this. Here, I'll draw it out so that you can kind of see what I would want to see. As price was coming down here, I would have much rather seen price to wick this area and then quickly reclaim and kind of do one of these things. Like, that would have been ideal for me. And it could still happen this afternoon, right? Like, we could get heavy off of here, roll over, and come down and do that exact thing. Or maybe even on the overnight, they might wait for the gap fill until the Asia session tonight. Nice, guitar guy. Yeah, I'll send it to you after the stream. Teddy, they don't have to be filled. We definitely left gaps behind. Right? Like, they don't have to be filled. But being this close, generally, I'm going to anticipate that they're going to go. That seems like a logical target for the down leg before we would see any like kind of real recovery on a higher time frame look. So that's why I like to see those gap fills. No science behind this, but you need this to drop to 350. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, like we have gaps much lower on the NAS that have never been filled. That will never get filled, right? Like we probably have gaps on the NAS all the way down into 2K, 1K, right? But typically, more often than not, the probability of a gap getting filled at a point in the future is high, right? Like they tend to get filled more than they get left behind at a certain point. Hey, thanks for all the new subs tuning in today. I appreciate all of you. Hey, what are we at sub count wise now? Oh, we're like 9 subscribers shy of 6.4K. All right, we're starting to roll over a bit. We barely swept that high. I still would prefer price to at least test this area. But I don't know if we're going to get that. And I'm not going to try this again. Point of control's right at 500 now. Meaning that's where the most volume on the current session is being conducted, is right there at that 500 level, the 25,500. Well, let's see if Delta's rolled over at all. Delta's kind of still just hanging out. How are you guys trading today? Let me know in the chat. How's your guys' day going? Are we green? Are we red? Were you able to catch the big downside move? Yeah, trade exit. This is definitely choppy. You missed the downside today? Yeah. Dave, you're green? Yeah, Trader Sins, take that payout. Take that payout. Even if it's something small, even if it's only like a $300 payout or whatever, just so that you pay yourself back for that cost of the account with a little extra on top. You know, you don't have to take the, if it's a 50K, you don't have to take the full 1,500. You can take that $300 and leave yourself a little more buffer. But I always say pay yourself. 10 or no trades, the doctor appointment. You're up 317. That's enough for you. Nice, Dr. Naz. Green. Tim, you took one short on MNQ. Got 20 points. That's nice. I mean, that's a $40 day. That's nice. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in paying yourself, right? Like, there's no reason to not pay yourself. There's nothing worse than building up an account balance on those things, getting to the payout request, not taking it, and then having that big red day the next day, right? Like, there's nothing worse than that. And then all of a sudden you have stacked two big red days, and now you are blowing the account, you know, without taking any money. So I'm a firm believer in paying yourself. At least in the beginning, right? Like, if you're getting to that point of getting your first payout or your second payout from one of these props, if you've been at this for a while, I mean, definitely pay yourself, but try to leave yourself a little bit of a cushion as well. All right, looks like we might be in slow grind back up mode right now. You got a pivot sitting there right at 548. I think that is R3 pivot on the current session. So I would keep an eye on this area, that 550 area. Yeah, Tim, take it slow. Take it slow. There's no reason to rush it, Tim. Especially with Lucid, guys. Lucid doesn't have any monthly rebill. It can take you 3 months to pass those things, and you'll never get rebilled for it. There's no activation fee for your funded. Lucid's where it's at, I think. As far as long-term sustainable growth, Lucid is doing it the right way. They're doing right by their traders. They are doing it the right way. So if you haven't tried out Lucid yet, I would try out Lucid. Oh, come on, Naz. Let's go. All right, Tim. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Sovereignty, you blew the Lucid today? Oh, no. Well, luckily, they're fairly cheap. Like, I think their 25K flexes are like $60 or something like that, all in. Maybe even less than that. I don't know what it is total right now. Their 50K flexes are under $80 all in. No monthly rebill, no activation fee. I think their pro plans are probably right around that $100 mark for a 50K. Their pro plans you can pass in a single day if you really like to just smash and pass, you know. Daily payout wise, I know My Funded Futures promo right now is on their daily payout plans. It's a 90-10 split as far as profit sharing is concerned on their daily payouts. Trade Day has daily payout accounts as well. Take Profit Trader is obviously the leader on that front. Everybody loves Take Profit Trader. The only thing you deal with on most of those accounts is you have some sort of intraday trailing. I think Trade Day has end of day trailing on their daily payout, on some of their daily payout plans. which is something that's a little bit different. I don't know the price of them right now. Yeah, Judo, sellers are fumbling right now. Sellers are fumbling it right now for sure. They have left that gap down there behind. Like, I can't believe they didn't go fill it. I thought for sure that was the move. Same with Tradeify. Yeah, Traderson's daily payout with end of day. Yeah, I haven't really looked into Tradeify a lot. And that's the new one that everybody's hyped up about. I mean, they're not new, right? They've been around the game for a while. But that seems to be the one that all the influencers are hopping on right now. Yeah. Okay, these EMAs I got on my chart are doing me no good. I think it's best to trade without them. Yeah, Guitar Guy, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't until I pulled off a lot of the indicators off my charts and really cleaned things up. I mean, that was the turning point for me in my trading journey, where I was merely looking at volume and price and not so much worried about moving averages, right? Because moving averages are lagging. Those are lagging indicators. It's all based on what happened in the past. We want to know what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is sideways. That's what's happening right now. Oh, 1 second, guys. Yeah, Teddy, as far as moving averages go, I use them on my daily chart. I have simple moving averages. I've got the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And it basically just gives me some context about where we're at in the overall trend, you know, and what possible long targets, swing targets would be. But that's really what I use it for. I don't really use it for any other moving averages. Now, if you implement something as like if you're a scalper and you're implementing something like, I don't know, like a 9 EMA and just following with your trailing stop along a 9 EMA, I don't see anything wrong with that, right? But I never found any sustained success using them, any kind of moving average strategy, and that's just me, right? Not to say whether that's right or wrong. I'm just saying what's working, what's worked for me. Same thing with like fibs, you know. I've never been able to find anything that works for me with fibs. Right? Like, you take today's move, for instance. Like, I'm sure we're looking at... Let's see. So this is the high. This is the current low. So you're looking at those as far as your retracement numbers if you're a fib trader, I guess. My problem with fibs is where do you draw them from? Okay, so we're on Do you draw them from the last leg down, you know? And now you're playing these fibs? Or do you draw them from like the overall move down from the swing high, right? And now you're looking at that. Might as well draw lines every 10 points. Yeah, I've just never, like, I know there's platforms out there that will mark them on there for you on a set time frame, like 4-hour fibs or 1-hour fibs or anything like that. But eventually it becomes much like fair value gap, in my opinion, right? Like on a, depending upon the time frame that you're on, there's a fair value gap almost everywhere on the charts, right? Like, you know, you got a 4-hour fair value gap, you've got a 1-hour fair value gap, you've got a daily fair value gap, you've got 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute, whatever time frame you're on. Intertrend, you draw the fibs from the swing high or low that broke a local structure. Okay. I got you. What's up, Amalti? How are you? You haven't missed much. God will tell you which fair value gap to use, Let's Pull. Crack me up. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, we're just grinding higher now, guys. Yeah, Judo. Yeah, they're definitely just grinding it higher right now. I mean, that would be where I would start looking for other signs that sellers are stepping back in. Right now, we don't have enough. Like, you can kind of see the volume is not there to the short side right now. Delta right now is still bullish. Kind of. This is the first time we've kind of seen life in the buyers. Now, does that mean price has to go up? No, definitely not. Price could definitely plunge still. In fact, I'm anticipating it to go down. I just don't know when that's going to happen. But that would be an area of interest for sure. But when you look left also in that area, it's a little messy. Right? Like, it was messy on the way down through that area. When you look left as we were trading around that area as well, where are we? It's a little messy through there too. Like, there's obviously something going on here, right? But it's a little messy. It's not as clear cut. Yeah, Mohammed. That's why they say stair step up, elevator down is the way they describe it. Teddy, I observe it every day. There's no like set time frame. It's generally New York Open. I'm at my charts generally by 8 a.m. doing my pre-market analysis and finding out where I want to execute. And that's when I'm doing my level adjusting, if I'm going to do any adjusting at all. Some people adjust them during the downtime from the overnight. I do it going into New York. But I would say a lot of the time, like the levels below current price, I have not adjusted since we were last trading in this area. So like anything below current price, these have been there since the last time price was traded here. And I don't move them. The only ones that I generally move are going to be the ones that are directly around current price. Dave. That's funny. Well, guys, we're coming up on Power Hour. I'm probably going to end the stream there. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit slow through that first portion of Power Hour. I would watch this area if we do make our way up there. Keep in mind, you do have VWAP sitting just above as well up here at 600. So any dip, you could see some buying action. If it starts to get heavy, which it's kind of going down now, this would be the area that I would be looking for. Down below 400, that would be the gap fill. And that would be the target I would think that sellers are trying to get to here on this session. So just keep that in mind. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Trade safe. We're ending the session up $6.50. Trade safe, stay patient, and I will be live again Friday morning for the New York Open, so hopefully you guys stay tuned in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on Friday morning. Peace.